Pornography consumption creates a neurological pattern that can significantly undermine motivation, goal pursuit, and overall drive by hijacking the brain's dopamine-based reward system. The constant artificial dopamine spikes reduce sensitivity to natural rewards, making everyday achievements feel less satisfying and decreasing willingness to pursue challenging long-term goals. How pornography affects your brain. Pornography triggers unnaturally high levels of dopamine release in the brain's reward center, creating hyper-stimulating experiences that exceed normal, pleasurable activities. Over time, repeated exposure alters the reward center, requiring more intense stimulus to achieve the same effect, a process known as habituation. Research from the Max Planck Institute found that higher pornography use correlated with less brain activation in response to conventional imagery, explaining why users often escalate to more extreme content. The neurological changes extend beyond tolerance, affecting the brain's balance between excitatory and inhibitory systems. Studies show that compulsive consumers experience a disconnect between wanting and liking. They need more content even though they don't necessarily enjoy it, a hallmark of reward circuitry dysregulation. This altered dopamine sensitivity makes regular activities and goals feel less motivating, as the brain becomes accustomed to artificial highs. Impact on motivation and drive. The dopamine dysregulation directly undermines drive and ambition. When your brain experiences constant artificial dopamine hits, it reduces your motivation to tackle difficult short-term tasks required for achieving meaningful long-term goals. Recent research published in 2025 indicates that adolescent brains may be especially vulnerable due to higher baseline dopamine release, creating intensified pleasure and craving responses that can lead to compulsive patterns. The reward system changes also affect cognitive function, with users reporting focus and memory problems alongside reduced goal orientation. Studies link pornography consumption to cognitive affective distress and uncontrolled patterns due to increased dopamine production and neurobiological changes. 30-day reset protocol. Recovery requires a structured approach combining behavioral changes, lifestyle modifications, and support systems. The initial step involves creating a concrete plan to stop consumption and identifying personal triggers. During the first week, focus on removing access by installing content blockers, deleting bookmarks, and establishing accountability with a trusted partner or support group. Days 7-14 should emphasize replacement activities such as physical exercise, social connection, and pursuing meaningful hobbies that naturally stimulate dopamine through real accomplishments. Implement immediate intervention strategies like deep breathing exercises, 3 slow breaths when urges arise to reset the nervous system. Mid-recovery, days 15 to 21, requires reinforcing motivation by writing down core values and how recovery aligns with them, plus creating a reward system for milestones achieved. The final phase, days 20-30, involves consolidating new habits through daily meditation, minimum 10 minutes to improve self-control, regular social activities to prevent isolation, and developing a relapse response plan. Professional treatment options including individual counseling, group therapy, or programs like Porn Addicts Anonymous can provide additional structure for those struggling with compulsive patterns. Neurological recovery. When you stop overstimulating the dopamine system, your brain regains sensitivity to natural rewards, making you more enthusiastic and goal-oriented toward real achievements. The brain begins seeing situations more objectively, without the constant artificial highs, redirecting energy toward meaningful pursuits rather than compulsive behaviors.